everyone. Local marketer Michael Woodruff with Woodruff Media. Welcome to the program. Each week we do a little thing called mic designs, and we are coming from my kitchen. And one of the things is I do this is to kind of show you kind of my world and where I am. Do have an office over at the mill in Fort Smith, here in Arkansas. I've had that for about excuse me. I've had that for about a month now, and really enjoying it. I really like being there because I'm around people, and I get to have clients over there, and it's a lot fancier than my house, my apartment. I mean, you see my kitchen behind me. It's kind of very basic. Yes, you're probably wondering. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some little background on some stuff here. So I live alone, and I am an empty nester. I raised a child, and she went off to school, and I'm a divorcee. I've been divorced, and typically that's what happens. You raise children, then you guys just go that way. It's definitely a basic trope, right? So I've lived alone for about 4 years now. 4 years, yeah, 4 years since 2012. I'm sorry, 22. Um, and I like it. It's fun. It can be boring at times, and but I'm always thinking about things, right? Um, when you're sitting alone, you're thinking to yourself, well, do I do this? Do I do that? And that kind of thing. A lot of psychology there going on, a lot of couch time that one gets. But as I do my business, in my life, one of the things that I decided that I needed to do was give myself a little more stability. I guess that's the word. Um, as a small business owner, you have to be thinking about your stability, especially if you're a sole proprietor, um, or a freelancer, or whatever, and you're just kind of like one man band kind of thing, because you don't have the support of working for the man, right? And so for me, I think about things quarterly, not just my business, but also my life. I also think ahead. I think of what ifs. For example, as a business owner, a small sole proprietor, you think about income coming in. I've done this. I work a day, have a day job, and doing that kind of thing. And then I also have a couple of other little gigs here and there, and this is what you do when you have a small business, and you're kind of always thinking about those things. Well, at some point you're going to say, look, I'm tired of juggling everything, and I'm going to focus in on just the thing. And I'm at that level now where I'm focusing on the thing. And so for me, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking lots of different things. So what I do is I'm kind of like a squirrel. And, a squirrel's always thinking about getting stocked up for the wintertime, right? And so in the back here, you'll see up on the little shelf here at the top, those are all um, food bags. Or as I like to call them, my zombie apocalypse meals. And basically, I made an MRE using stuff I found at Walmart, and also I I also, not only that, and that's like and I use that for camping and whatever else, right? And stuff I don't really feel like cooking, I just pull it out and just use it, right? And this stuff lasts forever because it's all preservatives and it's all yada 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 yada. But then I also, and I'm going to show you this, my kitchen here, so you can see it. Right here in the background, I have canned food, lots of canned food. And so that's something that, for me, is kind of like a safety net, right? Well, I recently, my daughter gave me a can, and I wish I had it with me, and I don't have it. I'm not sure where I put it, but she gave me a can of moose meat. Moose meat. Now, it's not really moose meat. Inside the can is a little stuffed animal of a moose, and you open up the can and you pull it out and everything else. Well, then I decided I have a special young man in my life, 5 years old, and my girlfriend's grandson, and so I thought it'd be really cool to do that for him. And so what I did was I designed a label that is a design for that. And let's see if I can bring that up here. I've got it right here. I should have thought about this beforehand, but I didn't. I thought I had a mock up, but of another product, but I don't have it. So we'll just bring this up here, and we'll just drag and drop it. Yeah, we'll just drag and drop here. There we go. And I'll bring it up here. And there it is. This is dinosaur meat. I designed the logo. A lot of fun. He's four. I think he's four. Still learning how to read and that kind of thing, but he knew what that was. He's like, "Oh my gosh, dinosaur!" And he saw the word meat and dinosaur meat, and he thought that was great. And he opened up the can, and sure enough, inside the can was a stuffed animal. And I designed that can. I went and I printed it up over at Office Depot, and that's what I did. And I really thought that was fun. When he got it for Christmas, he opened it. His mom opened it up with him a can opener, and the kid was just amazed. He's like, "Oh!" And I think it's probably one of his favorite toys because it was something there. The can was thrown away, which is fine, but the toy was there. And so anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to design something similar, but instead of an actual can where we're printing up and that kind of thing, we're going to do a mock-up. And the reason why we're going to do this is because, for one thing, me printing a thing up and showing it to you and yada yada yada, well, that's going to take a time. That'd be time consuming. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the label and the can in Photoshop, and we're going to use this kind of as a inspiration here. This can of Margaret Holmes, and we're also going to do is we're going to put this can. Our mock-up, we're going to put that thing in a virtual world that we created with AI, and we're going to put it on a shelf. Okay, probably a grocery store shelf, maybe. Yeah, grocery store shelf. We might put it in other situations we've got time. So that's where I want to be. And so while we're at that now, let's go over to okay, we're going to go over here. We are going to open up. I'm going to open up this first because I forgot to open that up too. I forgot to open up. Hold on here. I don't want to show you the back end of everything like we did last time because it gets kind of boring. We're gonna open it up here. Let's see. I think I've got nope, I don't have it. I should have. I put the horse before the cart. Cart before the horse. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're going to show you the back end of what we're doing here, right? Okay, and then we are going to go into our form here for Photoshop. Now, Photoshop, what I use for Photoshop, I use CS5. That's a very old program. We're talking, this thing came out in, I think it was 2010, I believe. Um, and the reason why I am using that is a couple of things. For one thing, um, I have ownership of it. I don't have to worry about it changing on me. It's the same product. Um, it is a product in which I've got complete control, and so that's important because it will do things that they have it online now. Everything went online, and they charge you $35, I think it is, or something like that, per for a month for that, or you can use it, by a year long. And then they come out with the different editions all the time. Well, for me, I don't want to um, pay that kind of money. I'd rather just use a program, keep it. I'm old, and so that's what we have. We have this program here. Now, before we do all this, we have to resize everything. Okay, so we're going to put together our. We're going to size it so we can fit it onto a can. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what we're going to do here with this. Bring this back forward here. There we go. All right, so we got the can, and we're going to measure it. I got a measuring thing here. We're going to measure this. And it doesn't have, and then of course, like I said, this is what you do if you're going to design the actual label. You're going to print it up and then put it onto a can. We're going to keep the same measurements so that way it looks real when we design it. And we're going to design the can and yada, yada, yada. So we're going to measure the can like so with the measuring thing here. There we go. And this one looks like it's about close to 4.5. 4.5. 4.5 height, and then width is, if you wrap it around, you want to make sure that you can wrap it around like such. There we go. And it is 4.5 by 9.5. So 4.5 by 9.5. All right, let's go back to our Photoshop. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to image. We're going to go all the way down here. We're going to go to canvas size. So we have 4.5 by 9.5. And so this pops up, and we are going to put it down to, we're going to draw it down to inches. So we're going to put, the width is 9.5, and the height is 4.5. Okay? And we're going to hit OK. And we're going to hit proceed. There it is right there. Now, we've got this layer here. I'm going to get rid of this because I used it for someone else. And now it shows what that is, but we're going to bring this up to print our fit screen. Fit screen. And there it is. Fit screen. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to design this logo. Now, since we're just doing a mock-up, we're going to, at one point, we are going to crop everything, and we're only going to use the front end of it. And so we're going to focus on that alone. So right now we've got this side right here. I want to cut that thing in half because we're just going to do a mock-up of something for a virtual world. So we're going to cut it in half. So we are going to go over here to this little square right here, and we are going to cut it. We'll go out like 50 right here. Bring it over, and then we're going to crop it. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to hit crop. There we go. Now we have our soup can label, our virtual soup can label demographic. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, now remember, we're going to do a lot of different things here. We're going to first go up here and we are going to give it a background. Now this background can be this one. I know on the label for Margaret Holmes, it's like a wall. Now I have templates that I stole. Well, not really stole. I got them from a disc a long time ago of royalty-free stuff. So I'm going to type in wall, and it's going to pop up here. Anything that's in my hard drive says wall. There it is. Oh, see, there's a wall, brick wall pattern. Um, another wall. Graphics of just wall, 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 wall. Not really what we're looking for. Hey, there's a rust tab. Not exactly what we're looking for. So let's put in texture and see where it goes. Oh, I spelled texture wrong. Put in texture. All right, there we go. Okay, now we got texture. And we're going to go look into architectural design. And there it is. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of different ones. And I'll bring this up a little bit more so you can see it. We got different buildings and that kind of thing. This is not really what I'm looking for. I'm more looking for like a wall, like a wooden wall or a cabin looking wall or something like that. It's going to give us some, texture of it all. All right. So we're going to go through here. That's it. Nothing there. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. We'll go back. Let's go with, let's see if we got anything else here. Flowers, colored light. That might work. Colored light. Effects, household, lace, marble, glass textures, metal, wood, natural wood, and bark. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Natural wood and bark. We'll bring that up. And all this stuff looks kind of weird. Aha! Look at that one. I like that one right there. That's very rusticy. And that one's too. That looks good too. That one looks good. I like this one down here too. All right, let's use that one. We're gonna drag and drop that thing. Oh, where do we put it? I misplaced it. There we go. There he is. I found him. We're gonna drag and drop and put it in here. And there it is. All right. Now we are going to expand it. Now, when you expand it, things are going to get wonky. And so what we're going to do is we can do to ensure that we have the right ratio of everything. We are going to hit control. We're going to hit shift, and then we're going to go in a little corner here, and we're going to drag it. And this is going to ensure that it's the same ratio, like such. And we're going to bring that down. And we're going to put that in there. There it is. Now this is really defined. I really defined, and that's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to probably let's blend it a little bit. Now, of course, when we start putting on the mock up and stuff, you're not really going to see it very well. But let's just blend it anyway. Let's just filter it anyway. We're going to go to filter. We're going to go down here to blur. And we're going to do a Gaussian blur. A Gaussian blur. And we're going to just kind of blur it. And this one's at 1 pixel. We can make it even more blurry, like such. And so we've got that. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lighten this up a little bit because it's really dark. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go over here to image. And we're going to go down to adjustments. And oh, we don't have, I forgot. Before we do that, we have to go over here. We're gonna have to right click and we gotta go up here to rasterize layer. You can also do convert to smart object. So let's rasterize the layer first. See if that helps us. So it's rasterized. Now we can go up to image. Why does that do that? I don't know, but that's what it does. And so we're going to go up to brightness and we're going to go to contrast. And we're going to brighten this thing up a little bit. Like so. And there it is. Okay. Remember, we're just working on texture of everything. Next, we're going to do our banner. We're going to come up with a banner. Now, to do that, we're going to go over here to our there's an element tool where you can a line tool, and you can go over here and you can choose rectangle tool. You can go all the way down. Then there's also this custom shape tool. Now we're going to bring that custom shape tool up. Now that custom shape tool's got a lot of different things in it. Now, of course, like I said, this one is from 2010, right? So it's got limitations. It's got some fish on it. It's got dog bone. It's got rabbit, some arrows, and other stuff. And you can just scroll down here and go through everything. Got some music stuff. It's got just a lot of different things. And the wonderful thing about this is because it's limited, you don't get overwhelmed by a bunch of crap. It's got some signage, and so forth. And what I'm looking for, I can't seem to find. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to narrow it down some. We're going to open this little button right here. And we're going to go down here. We're going to go all the way down. And there's banners and awards. Remember, we were going to use a banner for that Margaret Holmes logo. And you're going to see Ripley. Yes. There it is. Okay, now we've got banners. And the banner that we are looking for is this one right here. I believe this is it. Our banner. Not it. I don't want that banner. So let's, we're going to hit undo. I don't want that banner. Undo. Okay, we'll get another banner. Let's go with that banner. All right, I like that banner a lot better. Okay, now that banner, we have to design it. And that banner, of course, is very, oh, I forgot to do something. Undo, custom shape tool. When you put that banner in, you want to make sure that you put in another layer because it'll just add to the other layer. So there it is right there. We're going to label it banner. Okay. And for the sake of our work, we're going to get rid of, we're going to hide that one. And we're going to put the banner in right here. We're going to design the banner right here, and then we'll manipulate it. So let's put that banner in. So there's the banner. I don't like it. It's all wonky and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate that a little bit more. And so we are going to put in some lines, and we're going to put some texture on a little bit and so forth. We might put a little bit of texture. We're going to put a stroke around it. And that stroke is going to be, make it a little bit thicker. There it is. All right, now we got the stroke here. We got that stroke put in. And we're going to now make the banner look like it's got a little more oomph to it. We're going to manipulate that banner. We're going to go over here to free transform. When you hit free transform, a box comes up right here, and then you've got to go up here And that just allows you to adjust it like so. Okay. And we'll go back here. All right. Free transform, on the other hand, click on that. You get these little boxes that pop up. Now, the cool thing about these boxes is you can put this stuff in and you can move it all the way around. Now, we have things already centered on here. It's right here in the middle, kind of, sort of. I forgot to put that in. We have to have that reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to view, and we're going to put that reference in. Put that new guide in. We're going to put 50% on it. This is for vertical, our vertical line. And then our horizontal line, a new guide, and we'll put horizontal line, put it in at 50 as well. And the reason why I do this is so we can kind of balance it a little bit, and it also helps us keep track of things easier. So we're going to do that. We're going to balance it. Now, I'll admit, there is a way of balancing these things and centering it. And there's a key button, some buttons you can hit. And you know what? To be honest, I can't remember right now to save my life. All right, so here we are. We are done with that. Okay, now let's start designing the thing. All right, so we are going to we're going to manipulate it like we were going to. Up here to edit, free transform, and we're going to move it in. Nope, don't like that. Nope, don't like that. Move it in. All right, we got that part. And we have to remember where things are. This is why that's important to have that line up there. All right, so we got that one. We're going to bring this line in. Like so. Bring this one in. I'm trying to remember which lines were which. There it is. I'll bring him down like so. Of course, it's not perfect, as you can see. Not perfect at all, and that's okay. I'll bring it down. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give it some bordering. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, no, it does not have to be perfect, because remember, it's going to be on a label, and it's going to be on a shelf, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a prop. So it doesn't have to be perfect. If you feel like you have to, have perfection on it, you're doing it wrong. All right, so now we have our line. We're going to have a line here, and we're going to put that in right about there. Nope, forgot. There we go. It needs to be a little thicker. That line needs a lot thicker. Let's make that line, let's make it a 20. 20 weight. And we can cover that up. 20 might be too much. Yeah, 20 is too much. Let's go ahead and do it. Line. There we go. And we're going to put that in. Let's put it in as a 10. I screwed that up. That's all right. All right. Now we've got our label on here. Okay. Now we're going to do, we're going to put in here our, we'll call it Mike's. Oh, Mike Woodruff. Mike Woodruff. Oh, we have to put in big caps. Mike Woodruff. Apostrophe S. Because, hey, you know, put that in there. Now we're going to put it in a shift. Oh. Like so. And if we want, we can manipulate it too. Also, we can make it bend. Hit that little button right here. And we can warp it. We can do an arc, like so. We can bring it down a little bit, like this. There we go. I like that. There we go. Mike Woodruff's. And we'll put creations. Homemade creations. Shift it, bring it down. And we're done. Now we have all these elements that we've put together. This is banner, and God, it's ugly. It's ugly. It's fine because, like I said, we're going to jazz it up a little bit later. So we're going to put that all together, and what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all these things right here, and we're going to hit right, and we're going to we were supposed to merge them all for some reason. Oh, rasterize type. Okay, they're all rasterized now. And now we can merge the layers. And there they are. Now we have our banner. And it's on top of there like so. All right, now let's move this up. Like so. Okay, now we have our logo. That one thing. And now we're going to put some fruit and vegetables and stuff on it, right? And so we're going to go back up here again, and we're going to put in, we can go back up to natural wood and bark. Now let's go up here. We're going to go up to the file here. There we go. Files where all this stuff is. We're going to put vegetables. We got the Newsboys. Incredible vegetable. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, we got some vegetables right here. All right. We got some corn. We got some other things. A little too much of a good thing here. Okay, so let's put in tomato. See if that comes in. Tomato. I'm gonna eat tomatoes that we actually use, right? Ah, here we go. There's one. I like that one. We got some tomatoes right there. Got some tomatoes right there. All right, let's go with this one. Let's go with the cartoon tomato here. And we'll throw that in there. Now, you see the little box that pops up around the tomato, right? We are going to get rid of that box. So we're going to go over here to this eraser right here, the little eraser icon. And we're going to hit background eraser tool. And we're going to hit that button. And, oh, I forgot. We need to rasterize it. Got to rasterize layer. Now we can get it. And then we can hit that button. And, hold on here. Magic eraser tool. Sorry, wrong one. Hit that button. There it is. And it gets rid of everything. Basically, you're like adding a green screen to it. Okay. And we're going to make that thing smaller. We'll bring that down. Make sure we have our shift. Make it smaller. And we'll center it like such. All right, and now we're going to go into another one. Let's go into another one. We'll go up here. We have a onion. That one looks good. That one looks there. All right, we'll use that onion. Bring it over here again. Then we're going to hit our tool again. Place, yes, place in the file. Yes, okay, now we can add our tool. Yep. And I'll do that. And I really don't like this little thing. It's kind of much. So we're going to, yeah, let's cut it. We're going to cut it. And we're going to erase that part. Eraser tool. We'll just go in here and we will get rid of it. There we go. And we'll move that over. And we're going to make sure that that thing is the same size. And on the can, the tomato is kind of like in the foreground and that one's behind it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that onion and we're going to put that onion underneath, or the tomato, we're going to bring it on top of it. And now it moves around. So there it is right there. Okay, now we have a pepper. There's a pepper on the can. Pepper. Oop. Pepper, not the song. All right, look around, look at the peppers. We got pepper shakers. We got, okay. Well, it looks like we've got this one right here, the bell pepper. So we'll use it. We'll drag it over. Hit it again. We will rasterize it. Oh. Rasterize the layer. Then we will come over here and hit our eraser, magic eraser tool. Oh, there it is right there. And we will make it smaller. We're going to spin it a little bit like that. Now we're going to put it up here. And of course, like I did before, we're going to make sure that that tomato is on top of it. Okay, there it is. And that bell pepper is a little bit bigger than I'd like it to be, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. And I'll bring it up. There. Now, if I want to make those a little bit bigger, all of them the same size, I can highlight them all. So I can hit that one, and I can hit that one, and oh, there we go. Hit Shift, and then click on it, and there it is. Now they're all highlighted, and I can just hit Shift and bring them up a little bit. like so. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, not by much. All right, there we go. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to put our thing in here. Now, underneath this thing, there's a box. It looks uh, like oh, uh, a sign. And the reason why they did that was so it could be separated from the other stuff. So we're going to put on there a sign, and we're going to use a box for that one. We're going to do a rectangular tool, and we're going to go up here. And we're going to hit another layer, of course. Got to hit another layer. That's important. Okay. As a matter of fact, before we do any of that stuff, so we can just make things a little more simpler, we are going to treat that banner and those vegetables as one element. So we're going to do the same thing like we did before. We're going to highlight all those, and we're going to merge those layers. So now I can just turn it off and on like that. Okay. Now you can, if you want to, you can if you're like, well, I'm going to come back and do that later. You can. Well, here, let me undo it. Undo merge layers. You can create a folder and put it in there. Right click it, and you can link the layers that way. You can link the layers. You can also put them in a folder here, a group, and so you can do that too. So we can put it in a group here. There's the group right there, and I could just call it banner if I wanted to. Right click, come on. And so that and all these elements, I just put in. Oh, I put them in here, and I can close it like so. And I still have the control per se of it, of the whole thing, and I can still manipulate if I had to go back. So there's an advantage, and I probably should do that anyway, because a good graphic designer, doesn't make things, where they have to reinvent the wheel. All right, next thing is our layer. So we're going to our layer. There it is right there. We're going to open that up like so, and we're going to put that layer underneath this thing here. And we're going to make it a boom, like so. And, is it, where I want it to be? No, not necessarily. But it'll work. And we're going to, again, we're going to make that thing, we're going to arc it like so. Oh, wrong way. Arc upward, like so. The reason why we want to arc it upward is because of that graphic there. And we're going to bring this down right here. And we'll bring it like that. We can manipulate it. The reason why I did that was if I make it square, it's going to come up like this. Now I can get around it. I can just cut it if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that. I just want to make it that way. All right, now on top of that, there's we're going to make it. Oh, we're gonna make it kind of a bevel emboss. So we're gonna hit a stroke, and we're gonna make that stroke a little bit bigger. So. We're going to have it on the outside. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to rasterize this thing. Let's rasterize it. So convert to a small smart object. Now we won't have those little things we got to deal with it. Now let's go back in here and we are going to going to put the effect on it. We're going to do a bevel emboss, and it treats all this stuff right here as one element instead of separate when you put the stroke in. And so we're going to put that in there, and we're going to do an inside bevel. I think that might work. And we're going to bring that in a little bit, just a hair. Oh. We're going to adjust the light on it to where it's up a little bit. Okay. And I think that's about right. That looks good. And what else can we do? Let's rasterize it again, and then we'll blur it. See if we can blur it without rasterizing. We'll see if we can blur it. Blur. Again, get some blur. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I don't like it. They cancel. Yeah, that's the way graphic design works. Is we just don't like it. We adjust. All right, there it is. Okay, we'll worry about that. And then we'll just drag and drop, put it underneath it, and there it is. Okay, now we have the wording that we have on our thing now. This one says seasoned collard greens. I might not have collard greens, so let's just do something else. So let's look up here and let's see if we've got something else. We want something that kind of pops. So let's see if we've got, let's say corn. There's some corn right there. Ooh, corn. Nope. I compare. Oh, music. Music. Okay. And we'll go back up here to our textures. There we go. Now we can put in corn. Corn. Scroll down. Nope. Ah, there we go. There's corn. And we might not have, something inside inside something here. It's a corner. Nope, we don't have anything. All right, so let's go with. All right, so we're gonna have to manipulate some stuff here, and that's okay. That's okay because we're gonna have to come up with something else. So let's go with. We'll use a cartoon. We'll use this for the sake of time. We've got that one too on the stock. Let's use that one that's on the stock. I like that better. And we'll just put that in there like that. Okay. And we'll bring it down. That stock thing, I really don't like it. Because well, okay, it looks a lot better than I thought it would. We'll put it in there. It covers it up, right? So we will go in, we will take out, use that. Oh, raspberry, yeah, smart object, thank you. And we'll just put that in like that. Okay, that looks good. I like that. All right, and now of course down here at the bottom we have to have the wording. So let's put in here. Let's put in here in big letters. Sweet corn. And we'll bring that up here. And what we'll do is we will put a outline around it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. A stroke. And we'll make it kind of big stroke here. And there it is. That is our graphic for the sweet corn. Now that we have that, we have our label now. And we're going to save this as label. Because we might come back later, you know. So we're going to save it as a PDF form, or I'm sorry, PSD form, Photoshop design form, and we're going to call it label. We'll call it can label. All right, go ahead, okay. All right, now we have our can label, and I'm going to save this as a actual graphic. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to bring everything down. I'm going to highlight it all so I can manipulate it a little bit more, because we're going to be using it on a can, putting it on a can, and we're going to need all the room we can get. So there it is right there. We'll center it all, and we're going to put it in there. And now let's go with, we're going to save as, and we're going to save it as a PNG document. PNG. All right, and we're going to call it can label. We're going to call it can label, and we'll say corn. Because, you know, we might go back and create, you know, other products similar and put it on there. All right, so there we go. We've got our label now. Now let's go in and let's design our can. We're going to go up to new. We're going to open that up, and we're going to go to, it's at 720 right here. I like that. We can that'll be fine. That gives us room to play with. And we're going to, our resolution, we're going to bring that up to, let's take that up to 150. Okay. And there it is. Now, that's 720. This was a design. We're going to have to do a different one. I don't like that because it's the wrong size. I need a workspace that's a lot more. When we can go back here, we can change that. Let's go back here and change our canvas size here. And we want this thing, it says 720 by 1080. It needs to be swapped. So we're going to go to pixels instead. Go up here to pixels. And our width is going to be 1080. And our height is going to be 720. Now, I did that. The reason why it's like that is because I was creating reels for Facebook. And there it is. Okay. And it was, yeah. This right here is like high definition right here. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to make it bigger so we can work with it. Fill screen. Fit screen. There we go. Fit screen. All right, now we are going to make our can. First thing we're going to do with our can is we're going to go into a circular motion like this, and we're going to put it over like so. Like that. And we're going to change that color. We're going to change it to a gray or silver. So we're going to go in here. We're going to hit that, change that color. We're going to right click on that, and it will come up. Nope, wrong way. We'll just go up here and hit the little button here. And we're going to change that color here. Let's put it as a gray. Gray is going to be pretty much half of everything. So like right there. 124, 125, and we'll say 124 on this 125, like that. And you know, let's make a little bit more. So, like that. We're going to hit OK. And we're going to fill that up with that. And there it is. Now, we are going to put in our stroke. We have a stroke. And we're also going to put in our inner shadow. That stroke, we can make a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. Go. And let's change that color from a black to more of a gray also, but we'll make it a little bit lighter. And then we're going to go up here to our inner shadow, I believe it is, inner shadow. And we are going to hit that with a black. There's a little bit something a bit bigger. Inner shadow. And then we are going to adjust it. And nope, we do not want that. We want it on the inside. We're going to adjust it. Oh, there it is. And I don't like that because it's a really dark color. So we're going to put that stroke. We're going to make that stroke a little bit lighter. There it is. All right. And now what we're going to do is we are going to bevel it, I believe. Bevel, yeah. Bevel. We're going to put it in a contour. This bevel right here is this glass contour. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that up. We're going to put it right here. Like so. And we're going to make that thing, that size a little bit bigger. There it is. So now we've got ourselves it looks like almost like a lip on that. And we're going to have to manipulate that a little bit more because I don't like it. We're going to bring it up a little bit. There it is. Okay. Now we forgot to do our view again, so I want to make sure that everything is centered. We forgot to put that in there. Oh, let's go back. There it is. Okay, now we've got it. Okay, now we've got it. We have it centered. And so we're going to go in here and we're going to move it around. So, and there it is. We're going to put it right there in the middle there. And bring it up. There. Now we've got our layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create another one of those. We're going to bring that forward here. We're going to duplicate it. And there it is. And we're going to bring it down. And it's not going to be perfect. Well, I take that back. It will be. It will be. We'll leave it like that. Okay. Now we've got both our elements. Now let's go back in and remember our logo that we did, right? Our corn. When we got that corn label, we're going to bring it over. We're going to bring it in. There it is. There's our label. Drag and drop it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate it. We're going to do, it's centered already. We're going to make sure we have the shift. We're going to bring it in. And we're going to, and you know, we're going to make that a little bit bigger. Because I want to have more the bigger you bring it in, the better it looks. All right, so there we go. And I think we have enough room here for it. And we're going to put that thing, we're going to put it behind everything and center it all. So there's that one. And we got this other layer. This is the upper layer. We'll bring that up there. And we have that. Okay. So now we've got our where everything needs to be. And the reason why we did this is I want you to see where everything needs to go. So we're going to go with that one first, and we're going to arrow it up here. And we're going to center it right there. Then down here at the bottom here, we're going to hit the other layer, and we're going to bring it down. And we're going to put it right there. I think it's right there. Let's bring it down. I'd rather manipulate it, bring it down instead of bring it up. So we'll put it right there. All right, so now we have that. You're like, oh my goodness, this is like really complicated, isn't it? Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to manipulate this thing now. We're going to bring our can now. We are going to bring it in between those two layers, like so. Now we're going to go back and we're going to adjust it with our free transform. Now we have, like I said, we had those customs, right? We have those customs, and I've played with these a little bit. Like I've used fisheye, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the fisheye because it looks like it's about to explode. I've also used inflate, and I don't like it either. It kind of looks good. I mean, we can manipulate it, right, and see, Oh, hold on here. It looks like a barrel, right? Looks like a barrel. And that's fine with like certain things, like if you're doing like alcoholic beverages or something. But I don't like it. So we're gonna hit that, and we're gonna go up here and hit undo. Step back. There it is. So we'll go back here and we'll manipulate it even more. We'll go up here again to our transform. And we're going to go to, I forgot, I was going to show you some of the ones up here to face transform. There we go. So we had the barrel looking thing, right? We also have a squeeze like that. Again, great for bottles that, you want to do something else, right? We also have a twist. Like, no, we don't want to do that either. About a bulge. Nope. Now, the bulge looks very, I think we can use bulge. Yeah, let's use bulge. So we're going to bring that down. We're going to put bulge right there. And we'll put bulge up here, like so. And we'll move bulge in. See if bulge works, huh? I'm thinking it might work. I'm thinking bulge might work. Yeah, we'll go with bulge. And we'll put that in there, and then we'll highlight that, and we'll move this one up like so. And I really, not a big fan of it. It does do what it needs to do. We're getting there. We are getting there. Bring that down. Oh. Yeah, I don't like it. So we will not do that. It's not working for me. Step backward. There it is. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our own thing using our system here. So we're gonna go up here and we're gonna go to again back up to edit, free transform. We're gonna go to distort. We're gonna hit our button here. And the reason why we do that is for a couple of reasons. We can control it a lot more. So we're going to bring it down like that, and we'll use this one. We'll distort it down right here. Okay. And then this one right here, we are going to, we'll bring it down to that one, and we'll bring this one down to here. All right. And I like that better because we can control it more. And we'll hit that, and then we'll resize it. See, looks a lot better, doesn't it? And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that ring out here. This ring. I'm going to put it on top of it. And of course, that ring right there, you know, we are, we're going to rasterize it. Smart object, I'm sorry, smart object, and then we're going to cut it. We'll bring this part here, bring it over. And we'll cut it. Oh, sorry, we're going to delete it. I'm sorry, we're going to erase it. It won't let me cut it. We'll erase it. Erase tool. And at that point, what we'll do is we'll also we will go with our magic erase tool, and we will. Oh, sorry. Let's go back here. Use our magic erase tool, and we will delete that part. Oh, hit that button, Mike. There we go. Hit the button. And we'll bring it up. And then now what we're going to do is we will maybe bring it up a little bit more so we have a little bit more here. There. And then what we're going to do is we will clean up the excess. We'll click on the can itself, clean up the excess. There it is. There is our can. Now what we're going to do is we are going to center it. We'll make sure everything's centered. Make sure it's all pretty. We're almost done. We are almost done. We got a little, you know, merge layers. And we will center it. Want to make sure this thing's centered. Put it down. There it is. All right, there's our sweet corn. And let's save. We're going to save it as a PNG file. The reason why we save it as a PNG file is it will keep it'll keep that background clear still. And we're gonna put canned corn. That way we label it. All right, and we're gonna hit save. And we're gonna hit interlace none. If you put interlaced, it gives us a background. So we're gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna hit OK. Now it is. There we are done with that. Okay, now let's get out of that program here. And we'll put we'll just call it, a can, so we have it again for later. Put can. We'll have it for later. All right, now we will get rid of this now. You will get rid of the label and stuff. No, we won't do that. All right, now we're in. Oh, hey, we see something really cool. All right, now let's go into. Now we've already did our can. Looks very similar to what we've done, right? And let me bring the picture up here so you can see it. I'll show you a picture of it. Of just the label itself, or the corn, can of corn. See that? Very, very similar. It's not pretty, but it will work. All right. Not bad for, throwing it together for 30 minutes, right? All right, so we got our canned corn. Now we're going to go into AI, and we're going to use it for AI. I'm going to bring that up, and I'll show you. Of course, we're going to go into AI. And we're going to go in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to AI. All right, and you can actually you can use this as a free thing. There is limitations on it, and the thing is, there's a limitation on it, and it's slow, but you can do it. So we're going to go into that program. I'm going to show that to you right now. We'll go up here to my desktop here again, and we will go into ChatGPT. And then we're going to create it. All right, there it is. Okay, so what can I help you with? All right, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a photo of our can right here. And we're going to tell ChatGPT that we want to do what we're going to do. And so we're going to put create a grocery store shelf with a stack of these cans. Real life grocery store shelf with a stack of these cans. Let's see if that happens when we do that. And see what happens. Analyzing image. All right. Yay. What is it going to give us? Is it going to give us? Mike Woodruff sweet corn cans. And the good thing about this is you can use this as a mock-up for if, say, for instance, you're. This saves a lot of time when it comes to doing photography work and doing production work and a bunch of other things. You can set it up to where it looks like, you're in the grocery store, and you can, put it in different situations as well. So there it is. Not bad, huh? That's pretty good. It looks real, doesn't it? I like it. Okay, so now let's do that. Let's create a medium shot of a woman looking at can. At the shelf, a shelf of other canned foods will be in the background. All right, so there we go. And this woman, we don't know who she is. I mean, we can break her down. We can make her any color. We can make her any shape. We can make her, or any kind of color, anything we want. We're gonna let AI make that determination. We'll see what happens. Gotta give AI a little time. It doesn't do it instantaneous. I'll be curious to see what it comes up with. I'm excited about this. This is fun. I love looking at this stuff. Oh, look at that! She is now looking at the can of corn. Oh my gosh! Isn't that awesome? Looking at the can of corn. Yes. All right. Look at that. All right. Now for fun, um, let's let's make her let's put her in the situation of animating it. So we're just going to save image. All right. And we're going to go into our AI program over here. And gotta sign in. Woohoo! What? They changed it. Oh wow! Look at that. Get more credits. They really wow. I was just playing with this the other day, and wow, they really upped it. Okay, that's fine. So we are going to create a video. Describe the video we want. All right, so start frame, upload, and I just learned all this stuff. So here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow, this is all really fancy now. All right. Okay, no camera movement. Wow, I didn't know they changed that. Oh my goodness, I like it. It looks better. It looks fancier, but then at the same time, I wonder, will it affect the other things? Oh, and then we also have an audio function on here too. Include music, sound effects, and voices in your video. OMG! Yes. No camera movement. Woman looks at can, then looks at camera and says, for my family, the choice is simple. Michael Woodruff's veggie tables. Let's see if she says this. All right, let's see what happens. Here we go. I don't have enough credits to generate that. What the heck? How many credits do I have? Oh, I got 50 credits. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, how many credits do I need then? All right, fine. Fine. There's a way around this. There is a way around this. We will go up to a free service. We don't know what's going to happen to it. So let's go over here to Google Vid. I paid money for that thing. I guess I ran out. All right, that's fine. So we'll go over to Google Vids, and I was using a project a while ago with my girlfriend. These are her parents talking, and we're gonna erase that one. We're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna put that in. Right. Like I said, I have no way. This thing is programmed. It has a mind of its own, because it's free. So we will. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go up here to the new video. There we go. We'll make it a landscape. Okay. And we'll use Veo. There we go. Okay, now we'll do it. And we will put that in here. And we will go with that right there. All right, so we'll put scene starts with woman looking at can, then looks at camera and says, for my family, the choice is simple. Michael Woodruff's vegetables. I spelled vegetables wrong. That's all right. And we're going to make sure everything is correct. It starts with woman looking at can, then looks at camera and says, for my family, the choice is simple. Michael Woodruff's vegetables. All right, now let's hit generate, see what happens. Now, like I said, this program, it has a mind of its own. It will give you a British accents. Um, it will, it'll do all sorts of crazy things. Oh, I screwed this up. I forgot to bring in our form. Oh my goodness, I've been talking about this and no one said a word on the chat. Says for my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables. All right. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. Now, like I said, all right, there we go. It has a mind of its own. All right, so there we go. I was talking about it and I forgot to change that over. So hey, you get to see me doing nothing. That's great. All right, so here we go. Send that over.
For my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables. For my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables. For my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables.
There it is.
For my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables. For my family, the choice is simple:
really cute,
Michael Woodruff's vegetables.
And we put that in there, and then I'll play it again for you. As a matter of fact, see if we can bring it up here. Playback options. Can we bring a big full screen? Oh, I can't give you a full screen. Darn it. Wait, yeah, we can do. Hold on. Nope, we're stuck with it. Oh, here we go.
For my family, the choice is simple: Michael Woodruff's vegetables.
There it is. So, that was fun. Okay, well, there we go. Not bad at all. I love it. I love it. Well, anyway, we want to thank you all for coming with us here on Mike Designs. We try to do this. We do this every week, typically on Wednesday. We want to thank you all for following along. You know, sometimes we do hit the button, hit the wrong one. This is something just fun for me to do, and just kind of get my mind focused on other things. Because sometimes I get busy, and we all get busy working on stuff. I mean, even the sun behind me is coming through the window now. I mean, it was when we first started, it was kind of dark out. But we want to thank you all for following along with us, and we hope you enjoyed watching this program. Um, Hopefully, you got some ideas on how to design something and looking at the many things that um, the technology has to offer. If you're a business and you're like, yeah, hey, I really don't want to learn all that stuff. I just want a marketing guy to do it for me. I'm your man. And I will save you some time and money and a headache and effort and everything else. You can, of course, check us out on our YouTube page, and you can also check us out on Facebook. And we want to thank you for watching, and we hope you have a wonderful day.